This is an instructional video for What's Your Cosmo card game. You can find more information on its website, whatsyourcosmo.com, or type in What's Your Cosmo card game into any search engine. The particular game I'll be showing you how to play is called EQ. Just to review, the Cosmo deck has two wild cards. The first wild card is a sun. It can be a plus or minus 1 to 5. And the other wild card is an infinity card, and that could be plus or minus 6. EQ is a math game where all the players are trying to get rid of their cards as fast as possible by playing three-part equations or canceling number cards. To explain what canceling a number card would be, we have two cards out here. To cancel a card, it would be a two-card equation. Plus 1 minus 1, they cancel each other out, they equal 0. Minus 3 plus 3 would be a cancel. Plus 6, an infinity, you could make it into a minus 6, would equal 0, that's a cancel. And minus 2 and a sun, which could be plus 2, would be a cancel. An example of a three-part equation would be plus 5 plus minus 3 equals plus 2. Minus 6 plus 1 equals minus 5. Plus 4 plus 2 equals plus 6, which you could make the infinity. And then plus 3 minus 1, and you could make the sun a plus 2, and that would be a three-part equation. An important part of EQ is the term final value. Final value would be the final card played in a card of a third, in a card for the either third card of the equation or the second card of the cancel. For example, if a player plays a cancel and they put out a plus 1 and a minus 1, minus 1 would be the final value. If they put out a plus 3 and a minus 3, minus 3 would be the final value. Plus 6, infinity. Infinity would be the final value, so it could be plus or minus 6, whatever the player wants. And minus 2 and the sun card. And that would be considered the final value. Whenever a sun card is played, though, it ends the play, as you will see in a moment. In a three-part equation, the final value would be the third card. So if a player places plus 5 minus 3 equals plus 2, plus 2 would be the final value. Minus 6 plus 1 equals minus 5. Minus 5 would be the final value. Plus 4 plus 2 infinity can be a plus or minus 6 final value. And plus 3 plus minus 1 would equal a plus 2 final value card. To start EQ, 15 cards are dealt to each player. So we'll just say these are 15 cards and they're in a stack. So we have two players we'll be making examples of. This would be player A and player B. Once the stack cards are dealt out, each player would get 4 side-by-side cards. The top card of each stack is turned over. We'll start with this player. Object of the game is to get rid of your stack card, so this player is going to try to get rid of their stack card with either canceling or a three-part equation. The player could do an infinity and a cancel. They could make that plus 6, make this a minus 6, however way they want to do it, and that would cancel the card, and that would be the final value. Once that is played, they'll look at their stack card and see if they can do a cancel or a three-part equation. And I don't... Yeah, okay, we could make this a +6. No, we couldn't. Okay, that is all that can be played with this player. Okay, so the final value is an infinity. This player can play either a cancel or a three-part equation. This player could do a +6 minus 3 equals +3. Once a sun card is played, it is removed and placed to the side, and then they would start again with a new open slate. The player could play a +3. They could cancel with the sun, or they could do a three-part equation to use up more cards. +3 plus -1 is +2. Again, the sun is laid, it's closed out, and that player would turn over their next card, and there are no further plays for either player. The 4 side-by-side cards are replenished. And it's this player's turn to start anew. All right, this player could do +1 plus 1 equals +2. Three-part equation, that would be the final value. +2 minus 2 would be a cancel. -2 would be the final value, and that player cannot play any longer. The next player could decide if they want to play with this. They could do a -2 plus a -4 equals -6. That would be the final value. Person could cancel that with a +6. That person could cancel that with a -6. And that is all that player can play. Again, the 5 cards are the 4 side-by-side cards are replenished. And they continue to play, trying to use up their stack cards, because whoever uses up all their stack cards wins the game. It's a fun game. The faster you can play, and you can place times on your plays of 10 seconds, whatever, to use up all your cards. It really challenges your brain and makes your math skills really shine. For more information about EQ, go to whatyourcosmo.com.